Hope we're in focus. I don't want us to be out of focus. Yeah, you're in focus. Your new little chair. Hi, guys.
I'm a rocker.
Oh my God. Yes, Peter got a new, is it word ergonomic? What's the word for it?
And it exercises your pelvis so I can have babies better.
Oh my God, you're so gross.
What? It won't be long till men will be able to have babies and my pelvis will be fully exercised.
It's to help with his back because I think, well, you haven't really been complaining too much about your back on the podcast. You have to me. But that's all right. You're allowed.
Well, I got attacked by somebody complaining, oh, poor you. You have a big studio, you have all these, I bet you got a sore back. Anyway. I wasn't only complaining, it's getting better. It's just a sciatica and it's me learning. I've been too slack to. All I have to do is watch 3 videos, which only go for 10 minutes, to learn what leg I need to lift to fix the back that's crooked that way. And I've learned I've had a squatting trick. Whenever we walk and it plays up, I just squat. And
it's interesting that it seems to play up more when we're travelling.
Yeah, because I'm lifting heavy shit. You're making me carry shit up your stairs.
Well, I can't. I look at these arms.
I know. The funniest thing was at one place, she felt really bad because it was nearly 3 flights of stairs and she hadn't looked properly. So they didn't lie to us. Bec hadn't looked properly. That was in Canada, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, I think they said that there was stairs, but they didn't specify that there was like 3 flights of them.
Yeah, 1 flight of stairs as you open the front door straight into a flight of skinny stairs. And Bec felt really bad, so she decided to take the lightest one up herself. I carried all the other bags 2 flights. She still had only gone up 1 step.
Oh,
You're just pulling.
I got there in the end.
You got there in the end.
Well, speaking of you, so you got a new chair. And you're always buying new shit. I didn't buy it. Jared bought it. A new thing. And I think...
A new thing?
Yeah.
A new thing?
I'm about to explain what...
Did you go to a thing shop to get your new thing?
I don't know where he got it from, but I was about to explain because I think this is a really cool thing. It's called Sensibo. And because of all these heater problems that we've had, the ongoing saga, which is now finished finally, because our remote is crappy, this Sensibo thingy... Somehow, I don't know, this is a Jared thing, it connects to the heater via some signal, I guess, and then you get an app on your phone. So now I don't even need a new remote because I have my remote right here.
So you made us go through all that hell rather than just getting Jared to be sensible and get a Sensibo.
You need to be sensible.
Be sensiboed.
And it's really cool, like, if you have a split system, I highly recommend getting it because I can remotely now turn it on. I can turn it on before I leave work. Then I get home and my heater's on. In the summer, I could even check right now what the temperature in my house is. It is currently 14 degrees in there.
If Jared gives you the shits on the Monday to Friday, it's 30 degrees, you can put the heater on.
But also, it's a really hot day. I can check and I can turn the AC on for my cats. It tells you the air quality in your house. It tells you when you're filtering.
How can it know you have air quality?
Because the little unit's got I don't know.
But you don't have a purifier in your house anyway, so what are you going to do?
I don't know. It says...
I want to see what it is. I'm going to fart in your sensor and see what it says about the quality of your air.
When I'm cooking dinner every night, I get a notification saying the air quality's gone down. My cooking's not
No, you burnt something.
I think it's really
You're
handy.
cooking it.
Obviously not sponsored, but I'm just saying it's really handy.
This isn't Jared's new app.
No, it's not. It's just a really handy thing that I thought people would be interested to know about, that you can, if you didn't know, because I didn't, you can get a thing and you can remotely turn it on.
Yeah, most people who have Apple Home can do that.
Oh, really?
Yes, I can turn on all our lights from here.
Can you turn your heater on?
If I connect it up to, I could.
Well, have you?
No, I got to get a Sensibo to... No, well, I have to have a sensor on there. I can do all my lights. I can... What else have I got on my... Haven't done my alarm system yet. Haven't put cameras in yet because that'll do those. So I can do the cameras here.
I just thought it was a really cool piece of equipment that people might be interested in. You can get like little add-ons for it.
Oh yeah, I can turn music on in any room, pick what song to play. I did accidentally just shriek it. Well, it was only lunchtime where we were, but it was like middle of the night and suddenly Deep Purple started playing Dark Side of the Moon, I think it was.
I've been seeing people do pranks to their neighbours. They'll stand, like if they live in apartments, they'll stand really close to the walls so they can pick up their Bluetooth speaker and connect to it and then play music like just to piss them off. So that's something you would do.
Would be fun. Well, we got a problem with, like, our neighbour's really, really nice, but it's two women and they're a bit scared. Even though where I live it's extremely safe except for possums and trees falling on your house. But they tend to leave every light in their house on all night long. Now, their bathroom light shines directly into our bathroom, our ensuite.
And you don't have a door on.
We don't have a door on the ensuite and we don't have a blind on the window. It's so the neighbours can watch me shower. No, it's that motley glass you can't see through. But she hangs a white towel on our shower screen, so the light hits that, lights up our room.
Has she been listening to you? You're doing bout sliding?
Yeah, maybe. So I've ordered a curtain, again, delivery in 7 days. So I got a thing, and it's 7 days from the thing. We have just finished manufacturing it. We will ship it within the next 7 to 14 days. Anyway, so she can go with that. Last night, we both just got in bed, turned the lights off, and the light was coming through. And I got up and pulled the towel off the shower screen and hung her dressing gown, which is grey, so it didn't bounce off the glass.
Sucked the light in.
Just got into bed, and all of a sudden they turned their light off. And I go, oh. But then we got this flash, like the light would come on like a lighthouse and then go off. And 10 seconds later, it came on and then went off. I said, are they fucking with us? So I got up and I was going to walk outside. And as I got up, I was looking on. She had the electric toothbrush fully charged. And it was how bright the toothbrush light was, turning on and off to tell you it was fully charged.
Oh my God. Technology.
Technology and my wife. Two things that shouldn't be in the same room.
Well, I'm happy with my new technology. I think my new technology is great, and I just wanted to share that with everyone.
Everyone. Well, I can turn on my vacuum cleaner.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a little automatic one?
Yes.
I had some weird dream the other night that I was riding on one of those, like the cats in the videos. Been having really odd dreams lately. I don't know what it is. I was dreaming about these giant gas bottles, about the price of them. Oh, and then I had one, I didn't tell you that I started criticising your photography. You
do all the time.
You took some photo of me and it was really nice and it was a look away and you were like, that's really nice. I was like, oh, but it's a look away. And then I was like, oh, you've got too much headroom, and I just started picking a photo. I don't know why I'm dreaming about this stuff. But, yeah, I think I'm overthinking about work.
Overthinking about work.
Most likely. Why am I dreaming about gas bottles and criticising your photography? That's just strange.
You've got gas problems. Maybe you're going to do an Only Gas page. Oh, yeah, the Only Farts page.
Oh, my God.
We're getting the gas in a bag. That's where it's coming from. You're thinking about filling up them and selling big. You saw that price of bottles they are. You thought, Chief, that was all my fart. You'd get like $20,000.
Oh, my God.
Talking about OnlyFans, somebody mentioned to me.
You're making one, are you?
Yes. No, I told you this. I'm going to make one because someone mentioned this thing to me. I said, no, you're talking crap. So I did a bit of research. I didn't go to Reddit because I know that doesn't work. I did some work and I was 100% right. There is 5 Chinese companies that have got over 200 or 400 AI-only fan pages. So some stupid idiots are paying and wanking off to
AI.
Cartoons, pretty much.
Oh, that's a whole thing, though, in Japan. The cartoons and the...
Oh, so is that Jared thing, isn't it? So is this it? Oh.
It's got a... I don't know if I'm allowed to say
Is this why they
name.
have a comic book?
You get, there's a whole mega store in Japan. It's got, 10 stories of all of this really weird stuff. I don't think I'm allowed to say some of the stuff that's in there.
Why?
Well, I don't know if it's...
If you're allowed in there, like, did you have to sign a disclosure
I
statement?
didn't go in there, I'm just...
Oh, well, how'd you know it's there? You saw it on Reddit.
No, two of our friends went to Japan and they went there for shits and giggles to see what was in there. And
Why didn't you and Jared go in? He's right into anime and that.
But it's called, the cartoon stuff, it's like anime, but it's called hentai, and it's like, yeah, it's a whole thing.
Like, there was, when I was growing up, there was a couple of porno cartoons, but they were done as a joke. There was the Flintstones.
No, this is full serious people, and like the people like are really into it. Apparently,
is this the future? So
it's a whole thing.
men are just going to watch fake porn. Well, most of it is fake, isn't it? But I don't...
How did we get here?
No, but I still don't get it when... It makes me annoyed when a picture comes up and I go that, so I think, oh, it's AI. Because if it was real, I find it nice. It's so easy to make... The way AI is made, it's not... The only skill is, see, with my dyslexia, I'll have terrible AI. I'd have a porn star come out with a tail.
That's another thing as well. They're called furries.
You know so much about this. I want to hack into your phone and see what you're... Oh, no. In fact, you might have to delete that before you go to America, because they will look in your phone to see if you have furry porn or whatever you call it. So what about those things with teeth? Is there porn with them as well?
What do you mean?
That new fad where people go in the shop and spend a lot of money for stuff. Is that a porn thing?
I don't know.
You sure? Your generation is weird.
I just know these things. I'm not into it. I just know about it. What?
What?
Look, I'm not.
This has put a whole new light on everything.
I'm not into it.
So is it into comics? Do they do porn comics?
Well, that's pretty much, I think that's kind of what hentai is.
Right. So Anna Band's got a comic. Is that what that is?
No, that's just a comic.
That's just a comic.
Hentai's like anime porn in comics. I don't know. I'm not into it.
Well, I never got into comics.
I know it's just drawn. It's cartoons. Anyway, let's stop talking about this. This has taken a really weird turn. I'm sorry, everyone.
It's your fault. You started it.
No, I didn't. You're the one
talking
talking
about only farts.
You were talking about OnlyFans and AI people and how you're going to start one.
That's weird. So how do they... What? So someone's got to actually type in rim job or whatever.
Oh, I'm certain people are typing
does some of the
that
AI characters complain and say, I'm not doing that?
I wonder if they do. I don't think these people have a problem typing that in, because they're probably typing that into other sites as well. I don't know.
To look for, or they're looking for what people have typed in search.
Most likely.
And that's the next movie.
Should we get off this topic?
No. Because it's AI, you could have anybody with anybody.
Yeah, I think there's a thing with...
So you could pick, Donald Trump and Putin and have
I think that's a thing. I think they're called deep fakes or something, and it's like really realistic, and it's like celebrities doing things. That's the whole AI problem as well.
Yeah, celebrities will get cut. They're not getting any cut out of it.
They also don't want to be depicted like that.
Well, some of them might.
Well, not all of them, though. Anyway,
So could you have an AI Epstein Island?
Perchance?
Perchance.
I don't know.
Oh, someone's opened our door.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, just Evelyn. She left her drink bottle.
Did you drive all the way back here because you left your drink bottle? Well, do you want to come over here for a minute? So I haven't shot with Evelyn for about 3 years. She doesn't like me anymore.
Don't say that.
But she came in, we did an awesome shoot today. If you come in a little bit further and turn around. They can't see your head.
You can see
you're
on the
walking
monitor.
out of shot.
You can see on the monitor.
You did a really good squat picture today. Now, if you just squat in there, this is Evelyn.
This is Evelyn.
We had an awesome shoot today.
Yes, it was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yes.
You mightn't hear of her audibly, she's not mic'd.
But we are, so anyway.
So we can repeat what she says.
Yes.
No, I can't say that. We're talking about AI sex.
That's a thing?
Yeah, OnlyFans. There's AI OnlyFans pages.
No way.
Yeah, look it up.
Don't.
I've seen it all now.
You've seen it all now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I told you we talk shit during this podcast.
Okay, the right time.
So you forgot your drink bottle, or you forgot your bottle of champagne?
Well, I
Both.
my
Both.
champagne
And
on
your
purpose, but I think I might grab that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
I've lost my drink bottle.
You've lost it.
Yeah, maybe I didn't leave it here.
Maybe you didn't bring it.
I didn't see one. Just check did you check the fridge, or did you?
Your champagne bottle is now a drink bottle.
Yeah.
Pop a little straw in it. Off you go.
I can't remember seeing it, but have a double check.
Yeah.
I will.
Anyway, there's an awesome, well, I hope it's awesome. No, there's an awesome Inspire coming out in a couple of
Evelyn.
weeks with Evelyn. We shot today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't wait to show you.
Love you.
See ya.
Bye.
I love.
So I don't know why you wanted to talk about porn.
I
but-
didn't want to talk about that.
Well, I said I didn't have any subjects. You've gone pretty well so far.
Well, speaking of shoots and photography, I've had a thought. So I was at an event over the weekend. I know it was very lonely, don't worry. I was at an event over the weekend and because obviously I go to quite a few events. Whatever happened to like event photographer? I never seem to see photographers at events anymore. I remember when I used to go out clubbing all the time. Every week there would be a photographer at the club and you'd get home.
There still is at more not the clubs you're going to.
Right, so it is still a thing. It's just not at like the events. But
They're at the clubs that have the pretty girls, not the clubs that all the night walkers go to. Are you missing getting photographed at the club?
Well,
oh,
no,
you're so
I just-
pretty. I'll take your picture. Are you missing that, are we?
I just used to remember going, well, not even just to going to events or going to a club, and then there'd be a photographer there. You'd get photos, and then you'd impatiently go on Facebook and refresh and wait for them to be uploaded, and then probably cringe at how drunk you look. But I just remember that was a whole exciting
Yeah,
thing.
they're
whereas-
different type of
No, it used to happen at just some of the day events and stuff or even night events that I go to.
I can't ever remember seeing them at day events. I definitely that's what. But I was shooting.
Nightclubs.
Yeah, but I was shooting the VIPs. I was only in there. I wasn't shooting I'd do big pictures of the crowd, and I was told if there was a super super pretty couple or a super pretty girl, get some shots for that for their web page. But my main job was to photograph the VIP having fun in the club.
Well,
But there was at least, say, Chasers, there would have been at least 15 photographers there every night, and they used to have to pay to get in. I'd take their camera in there, and if the nightclub used a setter there, so they called a set. They just used one picture only, they got nothing. But if the nightclub said, no, you got a good set tonight, and there was maybe 50 to 60 pictures. So they had to take them back, put their style on them, send it to the nightclub, and then the nightclub
put their logo on it. Yeah.
Well, some nightclubs made you put their logo on it, and you weren't allowed to post it anywhere without that logo on it. Mm-hmm. And if they'd give you $100 or $200. Then there was Rosanna. She worked at a couple of the clubs, and she was paid before she took any photos. But everything she took would go to the nightclub. And I think there was 3 or 4 photographers at the club she was working at. Most of the clubs, I remember them having more than one, 3 or 4 people. They were the places that were the queue out the front.
Right.
I can't ever remember. There would be the old goth nights and the alternative nights. there'd always be a whole heap of photographers there because the outfits were incredible. So they were there to get some cool shots in their folio of really crazy outfits. But a lot of the, what we call, they're not celebrities, like the ones that would always turn up and they would really go full on with their outfit. Like Charmaine, her name was Countess Grotesque. And she was 6 foot tall, very large breasted, but would wear corsets and big outfits and have dread plaits in all different colours down. Falls. She would put her hand up in front of a lot of the photographers. She was very selective because she was very body uncomfortable, so she only let the photographers photograph her that hadn't posted an ugly picture of her. Well, she had a couple of features she didn't like, so if you knew those features, she was happy for you to post her. Chris Poison was another one. She was very fussy about who. Samantha Doll was another one. But I was lucky I got along. They all were shot in my studio, so I knew them all. But when I went to like Dream and some of those places, I just took a camera in case one of the people I knew was really cool. And there was people like Nicole was there dancing on some of the things, and I got some really cool shots. And I was lucky enough that because I wasn't posting mine online, the venues would actually pay me for those photos. So there's a couple of them, Under the Blue Moon, a few places like that, they would pay me per photo. So I'd just send them all the previews and I'd say, we want 20 photos. I had a rate with them and they would take them.
Well, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of, like...
I was going to say, I can't... Well, see, places like Tomorrowland, you're not allowed to take a professional camera in there.
No, but there are... even so, like... I know they do the after movie, but I can't remember seeing, like, official photo. Oh, no, there is official photos.
No, they've got lots of official
got, like, media,
photographers. They've all got that thing around, lanyard around their neck. But, we had looked at... I was thinking of taking in my camera to do Naked in Tomorrowland. I still wish I did it when I wanted to do it. There's a patch that we could have done it, and I think Dimension had just started. And that
but my outfit wouldn't have worked.
No, it would have worked. It was perfect. Yeah, anyway, we missed that. Never to happen.
Well, I don't know. It was just a thought that I had of. I remember, like, I always used to. So prime example actually, and it leads to another thing I was going to bring up.
Hang on a minute. Now, most of the influencers that go to these places, they either do selfies or they have a partner that does them. They don't want randoms photographing them, do they?
I used to love my... I think the last event I can remember having...
But the phones weren't that good back then.
No.
They were terrible at night.
Like when I used to go to Next and Wawa, there was always a photographer there. But then the last time I remember having a photographer at an event was when I went to Durs, which is strange. They had a photographer because there was like 9 people there, which was really sad. Bad promotion.
9 people, so that's the photographer and 8 people. Oh, sorry, there was Jared doing visuals. There was 7 people. Oh, there was 2 bar staff. There was.
No, I'm exaggerating.
9 people at Durs.
It was more than 9. I'm just saying it was really empty, and they actually pulled it earlier. They pulled it halfway through his set and then tried to blame it on him DJing. He's like, "Excuse me,
Yeah, so you didn't have him walk through the door.
Yeah, like I know what I'm doing anyway. But there was a proper photographer there doing like on-camera flash and stuff. I got some really cute photos from that with him because I'm friends with him now. Anyway, I just don't remember the last time I saw one, and that was a while ago now. But I'll be interested to see if they have if they have an event photographer where I'm going this weekend. So the guy that was running ESSO, which is sadly now no longer, fully liquidated. This is the festival Peter and I were meant to go to. His previous baby was a thing called Welcome to the Jungle. And now that ESSO's gone, he's bringing that back this weekend. And they always used to have event photographers. So I'll keep you posted if there is still event photographers.
Yeah, but they could be someone he employed.
Yeah, but I think
and he's going to do
is.
anything to make money because he's lost everything.
Well, you've got to pay them. But it's good promotion.
Some people don't pay them.
Oh, really? I don't know. It's good promotion, though, so I don't know why these people
I remember
aren't hiring them.
Adam and Eve, there was at least a dozen photographers. There are 2 clubs side by side, and I reckon there were 6 in each room, and they weren't paid for them, but they were given rights to be able to use their pictures. Not the nightclub, they could actually use the pictures. They had to have the nightclub's logo on it. So they were going in just so they could get the nightclub logo on their photo to make out that...
Interesting.
Well, everyone's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I'm just... I did Circa Nocturna twice, which is an alternative fashion show.
Yeah. One of my friends walked in that and she was so stoked when she got it.
No, it's a big thing. And Under the Blue Moon was another big thing. See, all of them I was invited, but I was already shooting alternative fashion, and so a lot of those I was invited to come. And Circa Nocturna, what are you looking at?
Just making sure we're in focus and we're still recording, we've got enough time and everything. Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, it used to be a pain in the butt because especially, one story, make a short story long. No, it was Circa Nocturna, and I had an assistant, I can't remember, helping me out all night. She was a photographer herself, so she was assisting me just to learn. And I have all my little tricks to shooting catwalk at night without having it just look like a flash shot. So, and we'd done some backstage stuff, so with 6 or 7 photos, 6 or 7 designers, the girls, and I'd quickly shoot them against the wall so they had those reference pictures. And I said, I've got to race up to my spot. I grabbed my camera bag and ran up, and there was a cross on the floor with my name, and I had to argue with someone, you're standing on my cross. Who says you own this? I said, it has my name on it. I don't care, who are you? And
this person whose name's on the
security came and actually kicked him out.
Shit.
And I get there and I'm at my bag and my camera's not in there. And I said to her, where's my camera? Oh, in the room. I said, I need it here. So she's bolted, because she took it out of the bag to put something in but didn't put it back in, bolted back, the room had been locked. Oh no. It was like 5 minutes to go. I had my flash, but I didn't have my camera. She got it back to me like within 30 seconds. It was like click, click, settings, take one touch, yeah, we're right. And off I went.
Far out.
Well, I did that, then another one, and that's where I first met somebody else that was running a nightclub and said, I loved your shots, can you do some work for me? And then her business partner was Chases in a couple of other places. So I never went in and did that shooting without, I was always paid. In the early days, not a lot, but in the end, I was getting paid proper hourly rate, which, except it used to come out stinking of cigarettes, because that's when cigarettes were still, and I'd given up. So my wife would always go, you mean smoking? When I rock home at 4 a.m. with a kebab all over my shirt. Anyways. So where were you going on with this, or have I just killed your
No, I was just going to
segue?
say, my segue was just going to say that I'm proud that Luke hasn't let the whole SO dying thingy. I think that's kind of smart of him as a business person that,
What other businesses you got?
Well, I think it's smart that he's reverted back to where he started, like from what led him to something so much bigger.
He was only one of the partners in SO, wasn't he?
Yeah. But
and then
I think it's really smart of him that he went into this partnership to build a really big festival. But by the time it died, it was the biggest in Victoria, I think. Oh, no,
I think Pitch.
BTV, I don't know. Anyway, it was the biggest in our scene. Anyway, he grew that to the size it was, and then that fell to shit. Thanks, council. And I think it's kind of smart of him to go back to where he started from, which was his previous.
He hasn't got any other skill.
I'm sure he does. I don't know what, but I'm sure he does.
No, but it's like...
I just think it's good of him that he's gone
back
back
to where... It's like a really
to
crap movie I watched last night. And it's from front to back or from top to bottom or something. It's got Denzel Washington. It's a really bad movie. It's on Apple. I think it's an Apple-made movie. It's got like... it's got Spike Lee, director, whatever. Like, it's got some big names in that, but the movie was just like watching Days of Our Life. It was horrible. The story was horrible. it was just horrible, didn't make sense. But the overall of the story, so I'm not wasting it, I shouldn't watch it anyway. The overall thing is Denzel Washington had, he was one of these star makers. He'll hear someone saying, you're a hit, and take them on and make a hit out of them, like the record business. And as it grown in, Spotify and all those things started to come in and affect his business. Then his son was kidnapped, but wasn't kidnapped. He was his son's best friend, and his best friend's dad worked for him. Long story, $17 million. In the end, that money he was going to buy out some of his partners so he could keep the record company because they wanted to amalgamate with like a Spotify or something. And in the end, he basically sold his share to them and start from the beginning again the way he wanted the company, not the way his company ended up. He wanted to go back to what the company originally was. So it's a little bit that way. Go back to the earth.
Go back to where you like.
Get away from the money's the thing rather than what you're creating's the thing.
His thing started at festivals doing what's called a theme camp, which is at like Bushduffs and that you have these theme camps where they set up a little mini stage. It's not like an official stage, but they are allowed to do this with the organisers, and then they have their own DJs and it's like a little mini stage, and they've had a couple of them dotted around the campsite, and that's how he first started, was running one of these theme camps at what was the biggest doof here. It was like 25,000 people. It was massive. So that's what he started, and then he moved from doing that at festivals to then doing club nights, and then from that turned it into his own festival, and then now he's gone back to doing the club nights. And I just think it's like going, all right, well, that one didn't work, so let's just take one step back and go back to before I took the next big step. Now I've had to take a step back.
So did you ever do theme camps?
I've never run one, no.
You didn't think about doing comic porn or something like that?
I've never run one, no.
I think a comic porn theme camp at Psytrance could be really funny.
No, I did think about running one. We were going to go to Burning Seed, which is
Australia's try-hard Burning Man.
And I went to it one year. Jared was doing visuals and we were part of a theme camp there. When I say we were part of it, Jared was a lot more part of it than I was. I just went there to drink wine and lose everything. I lost a spirit hood, I lost a fluffy jacket, I lost a drink bottle.
You wouldn't lose anything.
Jared locked his keys in his car, and then there was a whole thing of us trying to get the keys out of the car. We ended up having like 15 people around. Everyone was giving it a go trying to get... Because it was Jared's old Commodore, and the old Commodores...
Oh, they're easy to get into.
Yeah, so we had a coat hanger. I ran around and found someone selling clothes, so I got a coat hanger. And then we had a bit of tarp, and then we had to lower it in, and then we were trying to like pull the Oh, that's all. Anyway, we finally got it.
Well, he doesn't own the whore anymore.
No, he doesn't.
So yes, you got two pieces of clothing. You wedge your door slightly apart. Oh. With the coat hanger, you come down. You make a full on the side round, and then you have a hook back. And when you force it over, the hook grabs and you just pull it straight up.
That's kind of what we did.
Except it takes me a second.
Well, we went in through the top of the window.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
where...
went into and hooked it and then pulled the unlocking thing. Took us a while, I think, and I was really stressed. I was like, we're going to be stuck in the bush in New South Wales. So
it was really funny.
In my stress, I drank like a bottle of vodka.
You'd never do that.
And then that was the night I stacked it so good that night. I tripped over a generator, fully...
Well, you wouldn't have thrown up in his car. We should get in.
Fully bashed my knee. Lost my fluffy jacket, lost my spirit hood. Thought I lost my grandma's ring. In my drunken state, I put my rings underneath our mattress. Found them when we were packing up.
That doesn't sound like a you thing.
Back at her festival stories. Anyway, live to tell the tale.
I'll never forget. Once I was somewhere and a lady had locked her keys and she was really panicking and everything. She was really crazy. I could see the keys sitting on the seat and I could see everything. Yeah, I can get in. She goes, I don't want to... My husband would kill me if I damage your car. And I said, well, best you turn around and just look the other way for a minute. And then she hears it click. And she said, how'd you get in there? And said, your back door was unlocked. I could see the back door was unlocked. And she'd been there for 10 minutes.
Poor thing.
Anyway,
Poor thing.
poor thing.
Anyway, that was my
That was your...
story. Story
I
time.
brought this out for a
Peter's
reason.
story time.
My story. So, because I love my food and I love my, especially
This is
cocktails and drinks.
Old man things.
It's not old man things. When you go to really, really good cocktail bars, the ice comes out dead, perfectly clear. So I learnt the tricks to doing it. It's a pain in the butt. You get basically a mini esky. You don't put the lid on. You fill it with water. You put it in the freezer for about 2 days. You get it out. You put it on the bench, and when it melts a little bit, it'll fall out. The bottom third is rubbish. You cut that off, but the rest of it's perfectly clear. Mm-hmm. And I came across a YouTube channel, and it was 3 ways to make clear ice. That was the first one. The second one was this other way where you got an esky and you built all this foam shit to...
Oh, is that the one where you put the holes in the
holes in the
molds?
silicone.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the third one. Just get one of these cold cups, traveller cups. Don't put the lid on. Fill it 2/3 with water, like this is 2/3 with water. See how it's perfectly clear? You might be able to see it's perfectly clear.
And you're dripping water.
Let it freeze about half of it, put it on the bench, let it thaw out a little bit, knock it out, and you end up with perfect clear ice blocks. It's the easiest thing to do. And then you just get a nice sharp knife and carve them into the shapes you like.
You carve it?
Yeah. I made a diamond last night and put it in my glass. It was so cool.
I must admit, we did, when Jared and I were in Japan, we did go to a really nice cocktail place.
See, look how cool that block looks.
Does look kind of cool.
It does. Just pure clear.
We went to some nice cocktail place and got cocktails, and they came out in tall glasses. I literally couldn't see any ice, but then when I went to drink it, I was like, oh, there's an ice cube in there, because I couldn't see it. But it was this nice big long cylinder that fit in the tall glass.
Tall glass, yeah. See, the Japanese do long...
Yeah, because I got a highball, because they love highballs. And it was just, I was like, oh, that is pretty cool. I didn't actually know there was an ice cube in it. So it is kind of cool.
But then, because I'd typed in once on YouTube about ice, in my Facebook feed, it comes, like I had my balls.
I don't want to know about your balls, you pervert.
You like my balls. You always take my balls out of the freezer and put into your cup. The only problem is the balls, you end up with the centre of them's always milky, and that's all, because the centre freezes last in your balls. So when you get frozen, the balls are the last things to freeze. Would you calm down? You're that person, aren't you? You cannot say certain things without you being childish. Balls. It's not like ragu. Anyway, something came up in a feed, and it was a ball that sits in there. So you end up with a perfect, clear ball.
Yep.
Wouldn't you like to have some clear balls? Oh my God. I'm talking about ice cubes.
I know.
Ice circles, ice balls.
Ice circles. Yeah. Let's call them ice circles.
Ice circles. Anyway, I ordered, they were like, buying dumb shit. They're like $3 each.
See, you'd be so much more sensible if you bought a sensible.
They're going to come from China, they're going to come out, they're going to be square, and they don't freeze. And then I'll just go, PayPal, can you give me my money back?
You shouldn't buy dumb shit, you should buy sensible shit.
Sensible shit.
Like a sensible.
Sensible shit.
Yeah.
Anyway. So I have a big sign in my office saying, stop buying dumb shit.
And you buy ice cube.
No, they were so cheap, but that's like...
Well, that's not a good sign.
No, but most ice little things are cheap anyway.
I guess.
You're not going to pay... So if you spend $100 for a nice cube tray...
Maybe if it was like plated in gold or something.
And you'd buy it.
I bet Becca Bloom would.
You bet what?
This influenza girl. She's like her parents are like billionaires, and she's also like.
Oh, so she's not paying for it?
No, but she's like, her parents are like hella rich, and then she's also like hella rich herself.
Oops,
Like,
I tried to drink the ice block.
there's just so much money. And when she does a little plate up what my chef made, and even she has these like egg thingy that's got her cutlery in it. And I looked up how much it is, like thousands of dollars just for cutlery. It's ridiculous. So if there was I'm sure she would buy it. Anyway, stupid tangent. Continue what you were talking about. Don't buy dumb shit.
She's only buying it to show off how rich she is.
You should see the Hermes holes that she does. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
But so there was,
Be nice.
it does annoy me that for 1 second I want to break from food photography or music, and I type in something to search on anywhere, and then I get just bombarded with that subject. No, it was just like a fleeting moment. I wanted to look at that. I don't want to have 1,000 million versions of that. Although I did like my fleeting moment because I ended up watching a whole hour of Switzerland.
Oh, how cool are those places?
It was really cool. So I went into a lot of people's private houses that live right up in like
And like that's two of those places is where I went.
Yeah, I knew it was cool. Even where we stayed in,
St. Moritz.
Maurice, not Moritz, Maurice.
Oh yeah, St. Maurice, not Port Maurice. Sorry, I got confused.
Other end of the lake.
Yes.
Even that place was like that church, 1,000 steps up the.
Well, even the place that Jared and I stayed in Grindelwald, which you would have seen in that video, we hired a car and you had to park your car, and then to get up to our hotel, it was this really steep drive where you couldn't drive or walk. We had to lug our suitcases up. It was so steep. But then once we got...
And Jared would have made you take yours where you would have made me take it.
I took mine.
Yes, exactly. When Bec travels with me, she's Paris Hilton. She's holding her little whistle and, oh, can you just carry my bags up for me? When she's with Jared, it's... Oh, Jared, will you help me? No, hurry up. Right?
No, not
yes,
always.
not always. Yes. Did you ever lift your bag up into the top?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, no, I think.
we don't travel as much as we do. But anyway,
So because we travel so much, I have to do all the work.
well, I'm trying. No,
Because he has to put up with you, you have to do all the work.
I meant that in the way of I can't really recall as much because we don't travel as much.
Your honeymoon.
We were right. Okay, so my
Well,
suitcase
yeah.
wasn't as heavy as when we travel because I was only gone for 10 days and I didn't have all your like camera shit.
Yeah, but didn't you have all your cartoon sex toys? You're in Japan, weren't you? On your honeymoon? Surely there was a couple of kilos.
Wasn't as heavy, and also we just caught trains a lot of the time, but it's easy because like I just had to like wheel it onto a train and then like hop on a little escalator. So there wasn't really much lifting involved.
Liftings.
Yeah.
We got to do all this again in 2 weeks.
Well, no, we're staying in like hotels and stuff. I've made sure there's elevators.
no trains.
No trains. We're doing flights and we're staying in hotels or service departments, so there's elevators. So it's mainly just getting in and out of taxis.
Or getting our gear into taxis.
So I said in and out, and then getting stuff to the studio and back.
I wanted to try and cut it back to 3 bags. I don't think I can.
I don't think you can. We can try, but I don't
No,
think
it's just
Well,
because
remember
the
we did
studios don't have... I've got to take 2 lights.
all the gear and everything, so yeah. Well, remember we did the what we travel with thing, and you even said at the end of that, I've tried to cut it down. You're like, but I think the only things I can cut out is like this and this. Everything else is necessary. It's like even your bag of bits and bobs, which kind of weighs a bit because it's full of little metal bits and bobs. So it looks little, but it's kind of heavy. But that's necessary because the amount of times...
We use it. The amount of times
we need to hire a mega boom with a rolling stand. Okay, here's your mega boom. Oh, the little twisty knobby part isn't flat, so it
just spins.
So you need... And then like the amount of times that little bits and bobs that you have come in handy. So we need all of that just
We
in
even
case.
say in the workshops, like, so I'll point out, like, see this little, like, who would carry this? And I said, you watch over this weekend, I'm going to definitely, because these studios are so poorly equipped.
Yeah.
But we have, one of the good things is we got V-Flat World, which is making sure that we have V-Flats at every workshop. Because the amount of studios in America and Europe, they think a board that's painted black on one side, white on the other, and there's a big piece of crap timber stand is a V-flat. Because they separate the top, they don't work.
It's not like
So thank God V-Flat World jumped on board and have said, yeah, shit, yeah. Because I don't understand any studio that doesn't have V-Flats. They're just so much easier than just flats.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a me ranty thing.
No, it was really nice of them as well, because when we contacted them asking if, and then the head guy was like a massive fan of your work.
Yes.
Like, would absolutely love to. I love your stuff. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Yes, this
You're
is
going
nice.
red now. You get embarrassed about it.
No,
Or is it the heater?
No, I don't like
You can
that.
blame the
You
heater.
know, no,
I
I'll
know
blame
you
it.
do.
You know, I don't like that shit.
I know. I think it's cute.
So
I
back
like
on
it
the,
when you get the recognition you deserve.
yeah, I don't need it. No, it's serious. Like, I think it was, things that really stand out, and I'm about to do. I found some footage the other day that I completely forgot I had. Like, completely forgot I had, because I hadn't filmed it. Somebody else was employed to film it on my cameras. It never got used for how they wanted to use it, and I'm just cleaning out all my. We call them blueberries. It's the little file that Final Cut Pro stuff all goes into, so it's all in one little file.
And if anyone uses Final Cut, you'll know it's like these
little-
4 little purple squares with little white squiggles.
It has
so
all, and that,
it looks like 4 little blueberries.
If you don't go in and delete the proxies and all that stuff in them, some of those blueberries can get up to 4 terabyte. I had one that was 4.2 terabyte. That was that big. And once I cleaned it out, it came down to 400 gig. But I came across one of the blueberries that had Daphne Guinness written on it. And I thought, that's right. I employed, because I was shooting cover and cover of L'Officiel, and I think it was a 20-page spread inside. And they flew me from Melbourne to New York for 2 days to fly back again.
So grueling.
And I got to spend one evening with Daphne talking about what we're going to do the next day, and spent the whole day with Daphne shooting. And she was amazing. I couldn't believe someone anything I said she did. But I was really amazed at seeing that. But the fact that when I looking through the footage, Daphne, a lot of people won't know who I'm talking about. She's the heiress to Guinness Brewery. She's a socialite, which is massive in America. Don't ask me what she does.
That's what if you look her
Socialite,
up,
yes, she's a socialite.
If you literally Google her job description is socialite.
She does sing, she writes some music, but Nick Knight, as best friends, does all her music videos. He's from, if you don't know of Nick Knight, look him up. Show Studios, amazing photographer, been around forever. He's on Pirelli calendar. One of her very good friends is David LaChapelle, and she did some underwater shots wearing Alexander McQueen shoes underwater. It's on one of the walls in her 5-story apartment block that she doesn't live in, but that's where she spends her day, and then she goes back to a penthouse suite in a hotel. There's a little cartoon on one of the walls, and she goes, oh yeah, David was over here a couple of days ago. He just decided to draw a cartoon on one of my walls.
Imagine living that life.
She has, like, on this big dining table area in this big open plan warehouse studio, there's this book about this big, and it's all handwritten, I thought were poems. It was all Bob Dylan's, and Bob Dylan hand wrote it for Daphne Guinness.
Daphne Guinness.
Yeah, that one. But where I'm going from is we sat and spoke for about 3 hours just at that bench, and it was just like 2 people just having fun, couldn't. And I've always said that as long as you treat people as just a human, they're the same level. We all get born the same way. We all die the same way. What happens in between doesn't make you any better than or worse than, unless you're a frigging piece of crap. And so with that, I'm about to do an Inspire episode where I'm going to show the whole shoot and going to see, she picks up a spray can, she's in the fire escapes, graffitiing the wall with a spray can.
I guess that's the thing though, and I guess like I guess that's why you do get embarrassed, because at the end of the day you're just you, but then because we are so like out there on the internet and you do have like notoriety and people put you on this pedestal of like, oh my God.
Which embarrasses me.
And then you get embarrassed because to you, you're like, I'm just me.
I'm just an idiot with a camera that spent way too many hours behind the camera.
But I can understand why people do look up to you and put you on that level, but in your mind, you're just a person. And...
Oh, you've heard the one about, there was a time with Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Didn't even know he was sitting. He's talking with my best friend, my wife, and his wife, sitting there having a drink. I'm too busy trying to upload some stuff. We're in a penthouse lounge because my client paid us to be there. And I could hear the talk, and his original comment is, "Cool shirt, dude," in American voice. And
was horrible.
My best mate's American. He had a T-shirt that said JFK for president. And this is years ago. And after I finished, I put my laptop, I looked up and go, oh shit, that's Billy Joel. And he invited us to frigging his concert that night in Perth, where he was second from front or whatever. It's shit like that.
Yeah.
Which is when you see someone as big as Billy Joel, and we didn't bring up, hey, you're Billy Joel. We were just talking about kangaroos and snakes and shit and wine and just all other shit. And he just said, what are you doing tonight? I'll give you some seats to the... So that was all it was. And I think I've always said I'd hate to be Justin Bieber. I'd hate to be Taylor Swift. They're in jail. Like, can't do anything on their own. Shopping centres have to be shut down for them to go to that shopping centre. They can't go to a theatre. They can't go to a theme park. They can't. So they're in their own little jail. Then they're surrounded by people that maybe are not long-term friends. So why are they hanging around with me? What do they want from me?
Well, it's like, I remember because we've spoken about this before, and it's like when I mentioned before about Durs, who no one is going to know who I'm talking about. He's a DJ that's producer that's like really big in the Psy scene, and he's friends with one of my friends who's also kind of big, and he lives here, but they're friends, they're both Mexicans. And Durs was out here, we went to his show, and my friend was like, oh, we'll go hang out with Jesus, because Durs is his stage name. And then all of a sudden me, Jared, Harvey and Jesus are all just sitting in smokers, like having a chat, and I'm like, I'm just like casually hanging out with like one of my most favourite producers, who's like an international producer, plays like some of the biggest side festivals in Europe. I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. And I was like, just don't fangirl. I did. I did. No, only a little bit.
Only a little bit.
I just had to be like,
I love you, Mr.
I just had to be like, I just need to get this out of my system. I just have to say how much of a fan I am. I've listened to you for years. Your music is incredible. And I just really needed to get that out of my system. Anyways, and then I just treated him like a human being for the rest of the time.
Well, so Len, my son, he pretty much did the whole Manson tour around Australia. And I think after the second gig...
Marilyn Manson,
not Charles, yeah, Marilyn Manson. After the second gig, he'd already befriended Twiggy, the keyboard player. He was invited back to the after parties, back in the rooms. Once he'd gone to 3 different cities, he sat on a couch for an hour next to Marilyn Manson just talking shit. Marilyn Manson had no idea who he was, but gave him an hour just talking shit.
People are people at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
People are people.
And just want to be treated like that. But yeah, that's all I am. That's why I love when if someone does see me, you Peter Colson? No, I think you're mistaken.
And I'm like, stop doing that. Don't embarrass this person.
I think the funniest one was the one in Zurich, the guy pushing the pram up through Old Town. It was like one of the last things you'd see. No, my funniest one was Tomorrowland. I could see these 3 shirtless, like,
German
they weren't
guys.
like super buffed, but they were ripped. Walking up, I could see one of them just staring at me, and the closer he got to me, the more he stared and go, I think I'm going to get fucking punched in the face now. What, this guy's like just staring at me. He's come right up to me, Peter fucking Colson. And it was so funny.
And you were always, because I
You were
went
in
to
the
pee
toilet.
and you were waiting for Peter, and then he was like, where's Beck?
And then so he came out, met us. His their friends had pissed off to a stage. We went to the same stage we went to.
Yeah, and then we were at
and
the
then he
side
goes,
stage
oh, like you
together.
like Say as well.
I love Sai.
Yeah, it's always pretty funny.
It's really cool. I love it when we bump into people that follow and listen to us, and like it's always in the most random places. Like I remember when we were in Europe a couple of years ago, we were at the train station in Berlin, and we were getting in the elevator, and then this couple got out, and one of the guys, like this couple got out, and the guy was like, "No way, Peter and Beck."
Oh, when we were in Geneva and went into a wine shop, he couldn't speak any English at all. He's just staring at,
I know YouTube.
I know YouTube.
It's always in the most random places. It makes me giggle. I truly love it. So if you ever see us
I know
in the wild,
I know you love it. I get embarrassed a bit.
I love it. Like I just love meeting people in the wild because it's always
In the wild.
It's always in the wild that it's like when I saw Ollie Sykes in the airport lounge.
But I told you how to do it so you didn't look like a
I
complete
know, but
creep.
it's just like when you see people in the wild that you know you have like a parasocial relationship with, and then you see them in the wild, it's like, oh my gosh. If you ever see us in the wild, please
Say hi.
Do not
Don't be
hesitate.
scared.
Do not hesitate. We are just us, so please do never be scared to come say hi to us.
Becca might write you into the next comic book porn movie she makes, but don't be scared.
That is not going to be the thumbnail, by the way.
I think this is a thumbnail. We need some Japanese
We'll get
comic
banned.
book porn.
We're not
Well, just don't show the size of my doodle. Just, I don't know. Anyway.
We're not having hentai as our thumbnail. I don't know. I was thinking about putting something about event photography as the thumbnail. Well,
No, I reckon hentai. So I've got my new censorship bars. Put the censorship bars. Make a hentai. I'm certain you can. Jared will make you one. He already looks at it. He does. He projects it in your bedroom, I know. I saw where the projector gets mounted on the screen, and he projects hentai
what were you
figures
doing
on your
in my
face.
bedroom, you
I was there
weirdo?
with Jared setting it up.
Oh,
He was showing me his visuals. Oh my.
Oh my. Is that all your little topics for this
Oh, we
week?
got to time, have we?
But unless you've got another topic, we
Well,
can keep going.
I'll start it and I'll finish it next week. So when I stopped buying dumb shit, it annoyed me a little bit with the new Hasselblad coming out and me not being able to find a proper review. They're all people who never shoot with Hasselblad. Some of them might have had one, but they all, and even there's even one that said Hasselblad gave it to him. So you know that of course he's going to say,
Good
and
things.
the reviews are, oh, look at this nice button. They're not like already like this things that the X1 and the X2, they feel great in your hand. They do feel really good in your hand. Their menu system is beautiful. One of the best menu systems out of any camera. Their image stabilizer on the X1 Mark II and the X2 is to die for. But then there's all the other things that I care about, which is the image quality of how I want a picture and my usability, as in looking through a viewfinder. On the latest, I keep going back because my biggest negative about the Hasselblad X2 was it definitely seem to have image sharpening in camera, and even when we're in, I think, Sweden, and the guy had one there, I used it for a couple of shots. It was one of the countries. I can't remember. It might have been Switzerland. I can't remember. And I looked at the picture and put my hand next to the screen and go, nah, this is way sharper than my screen, and sharpening's turned off. So something's happening inside a camera. I downloaded Tony Northup's raw files, and I did notice that Tony Northup, if you're going to give them out, don't still keep your vignette pushed to so it was pushed the opposite way so you couldn't see the vignette on the lens. So little things he'd done, so I could pull all of those things back and open the file in focus and have a look at it. And I got Bec really close to me. I got a light on her face, shone a light across her face, and just thought, it feels a fraction sharper than her face, but not like ridiculously sharp. And once I saw that, I started going, the way I'm going, I'm spending $10,000 a year trying to buy second-hand cameras that can't be fixed. Whereas if this new camera hasn't got that long blackout time and is not in. My biggest gripe was I don't want in-camera sharpening. So if anything, I don't want a super sharp picture. So I looked at his pictures and thought, and then when I looked at him shooting, there didn't seem to be any longer blackout time than my Leica. Whereas the X2D, the first one, it was just as bad as the X1D too. So I've got a phone number to ring. I'm going to see if I can get hold of a demo camera to do a review on it. Not that I do reviews, but I'm going to compare it and put a H6 lens on it. And then I'm going to shoot it, and then H6 and just see. Can't be any sharper than that. And if I don't have the blackout and it hasn't been in body sharpened, that might be the way I go, and I will sell my Noc Deluxe to pay for it.
Big calls. Well, we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll keep you posted.
But I'm a bit sus. A lot of the reviews I'm a bit sus. So we'll just see.
I don't know why I sounded so bogan when I said that.
You are a bogan.
I'm a classy
Just listen
bogan,
to your mother speak.
I'm a classy bogan.
A classy bogan.
I'm a platinum frequent flyer.
Anyway, I'll keep you updated because if I can get a loaner before we go to the States, I will definitely quickly buy one, because after going to Europe and having my camera die the second week in Europe, I don't want that again. I don't want to have to travel with two Hasselblads, because I don't want to, if something happens, lose two H6s. So,
yeah.
Anyways.
We'll keep you updated. But thank you for joining us for today's extremely inappropriate start. Sorry. I don't know.
It's like a normal day in our studio.
I don't know how that happened. But much love. We will see you. Will this be our last one before we're in America?
Yes, I think so.
Oh yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
All right, so...
No, we've got to record another one.
Oh, yeah. So
we're recording one more.
Yeah, so
we have to be 5 days ahead because uploading and problems like that. But it'll be the second last one from when we do one from LA.
Yeah. Yes. So speaking of that, if we do talk about something and you guys reference it, it would really help me, because I have, according to Peter, a horrible memory, although I can remember everyone's coffees. If we do reference something, if you do talk about something that we talk about, it's really helpful if you timestamp it so that I can go and see what we actually said. Because sometimes I forget, because we waffle a lot. That's just my only little suggestion.
And one other little thing I should not allowed to say, but I'm going to say it.
Oh, you're terrifying me.
If you want to get a link to Bec's... No. We have got a bit of sneaky sponsorship from America. So if you're sitting on the fence, send us an email, and if we haven't used the sneaky sponsorship for that workshop, we might be able to give you a reasonable discount. But this is only something one of our sponsors. And unfortunately,
This has never happened before.
Never happened before, and unfortunately, some of the people have booked, and they're people that follow us and all. This
has never happened before, and it was
the
really
company's
last minute.
actually said to us, "Hey, we want to dump a little bit of
We really want to.
help
We
on
love
you.
you.
We love you. Want to dump some help." So if you are on a fence and
And I'm sorry,
you
he's
got
already-
17 kids and you don't have a job and you just need help, it's only a little help, but
But anyway,
send us an email.
send us an email. Anyway, have a good
Talk
week,
to you
guys.
next week.
See ya.